Just in time for Layton. Let me see if my brain is still on vacations or hydrates. Good water. I like water, mostly when it's cold. Wet brain, exactly. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot the timer. When was the last time that I played this? We're gonna be, yeah, we're just gonna be all like that. When was the last time? Here? Was it really 25 days ago? Nah. It was. Wow. I haven't played this game in 25 days. Okay. Yeah, I played a lot of Archipelago and then the whole week that I was not here. Hey, what's up, Kuth? Are you ready for not knowing what to do here? Okay. So what was I doing? Our stories so far. I think we were searching for Ramon. Having finally returned to Reinhold Manor with Claudia in tow, Layton and Luke are horrified to discover that a murder has taken place there during their absence. Waiting for Luke and Layton at the manor is police detective Inspector Chelmy. Upon receiving a report on the murder, he has raced to Saint Mystery to conduct an investigation. I'm okay here, just chilling. You're just in time. Grounded by Twitch later on, true. He has his suspicions about Luke and Layton. Shortly after the murder, a servant to the Reinhold family named Ramon goes missing. At Lady Dahlia's request, Luke and the professor set out to gather information on his whereabouts. Right. So, did I speak to you? Oh, hello again, how are you today? I guess I did speak to you. No, I don't remember where to go. I think this guy is a pawn, no? Oh, it's Jarvis. Nope, can say no the particulars on the subject. Seems to me that the only folks finishing were the ones complaining of feeling sick or tired. Oh shucks, I don't really remember much about it. You probably have better luck talking with Sapones about stuff like this. Turbo Granny? Oh, Granny? I hear he's in the known about pretty much everything. Oh, Granny. I think Sapone was somewhere around here. Oh, let me bug you for a minute there, Sonny. I'm all turned around on this one issue and I need someone with a level head to help me out. See, it all started a while back when I was on vacation and bought this camera case. I think that sneaky salesman swindled me out of a few dollars. The camera and case, 50 picarats. It's gonna be a difficult one. While walking through a market on vacation, you notice a small stand selling cameras. A camera and case set is selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, and that the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. You decide you'd rather wait on buying a camera and opt to just buy the case alone. You hand the seller a $100 bill and see his eyes light up. Think fast now. How much change should you be getting back? Okay, trying to break your brain. So, camera and case is $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case. So 10? No, cannot be 10. It's 300 more than 10, so that's 320 and 10. So 305 should be 305. The case costs $5 and the camera costs 305, which is 300 more than the case, which is 310. So I should be getting 95 back. Right. Dude, can it be that simple? It's 50 picarats. 50 is a lot of points. So 305 is 300 more than 5. I didn't buy a camera and a case on my vacations. I didn't need it. I spent this $300 in clothes. The case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera, so 5, yeah. Wait. Right. I guess.
Luke, here's my answer.
Can it be that simple? Yeah. It was that simple.
Every puzzle has an answer.
It was that simple, okay. You know, I feel like when you see a lot of points, you overthink. Because you're like, okay, it cannot be this easy, it's a lot of points. This has to be very difficult, no? But I think that's what makes you doubt, but it was that simple, yeah. Good thinking. That merchant had an awfully misleading way of explaining things, didn't he? Make sure you don't get duped by someone similar next time you go out shopping. It's so simple. The nerve of that sneak. And I thought I was getting the deal of the century. It sure makes a fellow sad to think that people can be so dishonest. Into thinking the cost was 10? Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that was a trick. Right, this guy is a pawn, right? Looking into the mysterious disappearance around the village, are you? Well, let me give you my take on the situation. Well, is something the matter? Ah, yes, now I remember. If it's rumors you're after, take a tip from a fellow detective and go ask Crowton. He owns the restaurant in town. Wow. So now, where is the restaurant? You thought it was 10? You're looking for the restaurant now? It's not far, just head a little to the west of here. But before you run off again, I've got a tip for you. If you want to experience all that St. Mystery has to offer, you can just run from point A to point B. Take some time and explore the city from corner to corner, you'll be glad you did. Much appreciated, we'll be sure to give that a try. Come look, we have work to do. Do you guys have new puzzles? Still not finding the villain. What an odd world we live in. Well, you know what they say, truth is stranger than fiction. Speaking of fiction, I just studied up this little gem. Please give me your honest feedback on it. How many sheets? Several rectangular sheets on transparent film are arranged on top of each other as shown. The lines represent areas where one sheet overlaps with another. At the thickest point of the pile, how many sheets are overlapping? At the thickest. Can we get different colors? No, right? Because this one is 1. It's at least 2. Now, this can be a little bit misleading because, for example, I thought that this was 1. But this seems to just be an overlapping. So I think the thickest will be this. My worst enemy. Not. Okay, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is 7 papers. I'm gonna draw them. So this is 1. And this is 2. And this is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. And this is 7. I don't think they're gonna put up an extra 1 behind. All the persons are my worst enemies. So I do not know. I mean, you see the green lines in here? I think the lighter the green line is where we should be looking at. Or is it 4? It's 5. I think it's this one, no? Because in here it will be from this square, from this square, from this square, from this square, and from this square. So this one is 5. This one is 5. It's way easier than doing what I'm doing. Actually, I think it's 5.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. That's right, this puzzle seems straightforward, but it's so quite familiar when you get right down to it. Beautiful work! But I think the puzzles I write into my next novel will be even harder than that one. If you have time, stop by later. I'm sure to have an utterly fascinating puzzle prepared for you by then. Oh, you were counting the total amount of papers. Yeah, I did that. It was 7, but you had to see how many papers they stack. Okay, so this guy told me to go everywhere. Maybe we can find some new stuff in here. I hear you've been investigating the same mystery. Feel free to continue, but stay away from that tower. That place brings misfortune upon the village, and I strongly advise you to keep your distance. That guy is to me. Wait, could we enter there? There seems to be a puzzle embedded in this door. I could have sworn there was nothing there a minute ago. Fascinating, this puzzle appears to be acting as some sort of lock for this door. How delightful. Look, my boy, why don't you give this puzzle a try? I'm almost certain the door will open if you solve it. Imagine forgetting passwords. Now having to... Imagine forgetting passwords to enter somewhere. Now you have to do puzzles. The Molotov no one's like it. Can you get the red ball out of the maze? Slide obstructing blocks out of the way to clear a path for the ball. This problem can be solved in as few as 12 moves. Okay. Wait. Can I... No, not that one. Ah, I wanted to throw it to the other side. Like that. And then... Wait. Oh, okay. I thought the ball was going to automatically drop. I also have to move it, and it counts as a move. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I thought I had to like make like a path, and it was just gonna fall by itself. Okay, then. I shouldn't have restarted it. Wait. If I... Oh, that counts only as one move. Okay, I was doing this and then this and then this. That counts as 2 moves. But if I do this, that counts as 1. Well, according to 14, it says as few as 12 moves.
Well, here's my guess.
So I did 2 extra moves.
Saves the day.
Still works anyways. With all those blocks in the way, getting your ball to the goal was harder than you expected, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Very nice. The door should open right up now. So now we enter here. I wasted a move in the lower left. Oh, did I? I didn't notice. Right, for speaking to her, let's see if we can find stuff like that. Nothing else? Oh, there we go. Granny R. Why, howdy. Do you often find yourself hopelessly, achingly, painfully stuck on puzzles? Well then, Sonny, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Granny Riddleton's Puzzles Shack. Granny Riddleton? Where can we find this lady? Isn't it obvious she's right in front of you, boy? It's no wonder you have trouble solving puzzles. Yes, you're gazing at the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton, guide to the puzzlers. Beautiful and clairvoyant? Professor, do you know what she's going on about? Fret not, look. Why don't you let me do the talking here? Sorry to disturb you, Miss Riddleton, but by clairvoyant, do you mean to say that you have psychic powers? Can you do things like, say, pick a criminal out of a crowd or visualize the location of lost objects? Shao, any fortune teller can do that, so what if you can see a few days into the future? Big whoop. Am I puzzled? My specialty, you see, is puzzles. Puzzles people forget about. Puzzles people miss. Surely you boys have you've had a few of those, huh? No need to turn red, it happens to the best of puzzlers. What I do, you see, is I take those poor lost little puzzles and invite them to come stay with me. Wow, so those puzzles that we tried but weren't able to solve, those puzzles are here now. It looks like you finally figured out what makes me so amazing, boy. Now go ahead and give a knock on the door of that little shack behind me. Inside, you'll find rows of cute little jars, each one of them stuffed with a forgotten puzzle. I bet you can find those lost puzzles of yours somewhere in the midst of all my little pretties. Let's see. So where are they? Have I not missed any? I'm trying to find if there's a coin or something. I suppose it's because I haven't missed any. Why, howdy. Do you often find yourself oh, it's the same. Oh, if the cottage is empty, it means that you've solved all the puzzles that are currently available. On the other hand, if you leave too many puzzles unsolved, they might not all fit into the cottage. If that's the case, you can see the rest of your lost puzzles by tapping on my little broom over there. Now go on, see what you have waiting inside the cottage. I guess we're out of here. Do you have a new puzzle? Yeah, I thought I also missed some. Hiya, I see you're busy investigating as always, yeah? Yeah, cause you are. Thing is, I've got a hot puzzle here, and there's no way I'm waiting until later to show you. So hold that investigation, prof. You've got to solve a you've got a puzzle to solve. Yeah, it's nothing important, just a murder case. Racetrack riddle. The distance 3 racehorses can run around the racetrack in 1 minute is listed below. Horse A 2 laps, horse B 3 laps, horse C 4 laps. The horses line up at the starting line and start running in the same direction. How many minutes will pass before all 3 horses line up at the starting line again? So, I guess we just have to find the number that is divisible or what is the word? For the 3 of them. Wait. So in 1 minute, A and C are gonna be in the same spot, but not B. In 4 minutes, B, it's going to be there. I guess all of them are going to be there in 4 minutes. All of them are going to be there in 4 minutes. But in 2 minutes, I mean, technically in 2 minutes also. No? Oh wait, no. In 2 minutes, the A is... Oh wait, no. I'm doing the opposite way. I'm thinking the opposite way. I was thinking the opposite way. I was thinking 3 minutes per lap, 4 minutes per lap. No. I was doing the other way around. BRB? Alright. Huh? I mean... Wait. Is it as simple as I'm thinking? Is it as simple as I'm thinking? So in 1 minute, horse A can do 2 laps. So in 1 minute, it's back at the start. In that same 1 minute, the B horse can do 3 laps, so it's back at the start. In that same time, in 1 minute, the C horse can do 4 laps, so it's back at the start. So in 1 minute, they can all be at the same point. Is it that simple? Are they just literally giving you the answer in front of your face and it's trying to make you overthink? Yo, what's up, mister? Is it? Is it that simple? This is kinda...
Luke, here's my answer.
What?
Another puzzle solved.
It's just that simple. It's just a definition puzzle. It's just giving you the answer in front of you. In 1 minute, horse A will have done 2 laps, horse B will have done 3 laps, and horse C will have done 4 laps, and all the horses will land at the starting line in 1 minute. You don't even have to do what it says in the up screen, or in this case down screen. You don't even have to do that, because it's literally telling you the answer in front of you. But I guess you can do it to verify. Wow, that was just so simple. Hey, nice one. You're pretty slick with puzzles. Guess that's why you got that top hat, huh? Thought so. Yeah, they want you to overthink. Alright then, Prof, since you did such a good job, I suppose I'll let you pass through. Half a minute? You're on the screen. You're there, yeah. Alright, let's see if there's more puzzles around here. No? Like a celebrity. You're gonna be there immortalized forever. Because these videos are being recorded. I guess we cannot go to the side. Oh hey, this girl is again in here. Maybe she has a new puzzle. 68%. Hey mister, I've got a new puzzle for you. If you solve it, I'll tell you a really big secret. Okay. 3 umbrellas. 3 identical looking umbrellas are sitting upright in a stand. Assuming the owners don't check their umbrellas labels, what percentage chance is there that only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? Try identical looking umbrellas are sitting right in stand, so the owners don't check their umbrella labels. What percentage chance is there that only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? Phone battery. So, well, it depends in here. If they all grab it at the same time, it will be 33% chance of getting the right one. But if one takes it first, it's a 33% chance for that one. Wait, actually, no, never mind. No, it's 33% for all of them. Because I was gonna say she gets it, and then the others now have a 50-50 chance. But that doesn't make sense. Also, the 33% is not even the answer anyways. Because it says the chance that 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella. 2 people. This is hard for 20 carats, true. So, to make it... This is probably not gonna be the correct way of doing this. But okay, how many possible scenarios are there? 1, that all of them get the correct umbrella, that's one scenario. 2, that only one gets the correct umbrella, like you get one right and the other 2 are like swapped. Oh, but is that multiplied by 3? That's difficult. Okay, all of them get it wrong, all of them get it right. That's 2 possibilities. 1 gets it right, but does that count as 3? Because it could be 1, 2, 3. 5 possibilities. Wait. It's not even possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. No, it's not possible. It's 0%. It's not possible. Because if two people walk with their own umbrella, that means that the last one is also their umbrella. So it's not possible. It's 0%.
Luke,
Yeah, what's up,
here's my
Sir Shady?
answer.
How's it going?
Another puzzle solved.
Yeah, it's not possible. That's right, if two people manage to grab their own umbrella, the third person is left with only the one umbrella to take her own. It's impossible for only two of the three to pick up their own umbrellas. This game is good, I'm enjoying it. You saw the light bulb? How people think of the solutions? True, I've seen like a lot of people in here like finding the result with different ways of thinking. I like that too. Wow, that was fast. Okie dokie, ready to hear my secret? You know Lady Dahlia, right? Well, turns out she's not as mean as people make her out to be. In fact, I bet she's really a nice lady. I bet you a million picarets. Do you have more puzzles? If I hear another good puzzle, I'll be sure to show it to you, okay? You don't have any puzzles. Alright, let's go up here. Let's see if they have new puzzles also. I hope you don't mind if I call on you the next time I come up against a stubborn puzzle. Like it's not. Look into the mysterious experience around the village. That's the same. It's the same text. The cafe hasn't opened yet. Can I not enter anywhere? We have new puzzles. What has this world come to? I guess not. Nope, can say no, the particulars of the subjects. Seems to be that the only fools finishing here were the ones complaining of feeling sick. Oh, it's the same text. It is the same text. How are you today? This market is packed with stuff to buy. Okay, I'm clicking everywhere. What? Did I find something there? We seem to have stumbled on a hidden puzzle here, Professor. I was just clicking everywhere. Okay. Puzzle 101, splitting it up. You have a big wooden cube that's painted red on all 6 sides. After splitting the cube into smaller parts as shown below, you are left with 27 cubes identical in size, but varying in the number of red sides per cube. How many of these 27 small cubes have just one of their 6 sides painted red? Six. Well, 101 Dalmatians. Just 6 now. Just each of the middle parts. Wait, what's the question again? How many have just one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, because each face, the one in the middle has no painted. The corners have 3 and the sides have 2 each. So it has to be just like this one, this one, this one, and the other 3. Right? Let me read it again. Sometimes You read it quickly, and there was a hidden word in there that changes the answer. Yeah.
How does this sound? Layton's apprentice saves the day!
That's right, if you can dissect the block in your head in the way shown above, the answer is easy enough to come by. As you can see, the number of small cubes with one side painted red is 6, one for each face of the larger block. Exactly. Piece of cake. Now let's go find more puzzles. Let me see if there's more stuff around here. Oh, I didn't mean to click on the guy. What did it say? This mark is packed with stuff to buy. I didn't mean to click again on it. Okay. I guess there's nothing else in here. We spoke to these people. We spoke to this girl too. We went to all of these houses, I think. And to the left. Let's go to the right. Oh. What the heck was that sound? Oh, I have just had it. Will someone please stop that awful racket? What's the matter, sir? Who are you calling sir? I'm a young man. Ah, but never mind that. I'm furious. That sound, that horrible noise, I can get a wink of sleep at night. Used to be the tower only made noise every once in a while, but recently it's been roaring non-stop. How am I supposed to sleep? You hear me, you big jerk of a tower? How am I supposed to sleep? Please calm yourself, sir. Do you have any idea what the source of that deafening din is? You know, now that you mention it, I don't have the slightest clue about that. I've heard it's the roar of a huge monster that lives up in the tower, but who knows? So the noise is coming from the tower, is it? You have new puzzles? Tee-hee-hee. That guy gets so worked up that he turns red like a tomato. He looks so dumb. You have new puzzles? Is that it? That's the same text. A man who wouldn't do to pop the top and have a look. Can we enter here? Shankla. Sorry, I don't have a puzzle for you now. I'll have one for you next time we bump into each other. What about you? Ramon, he hasn't been around today. It looks like we've hit another dead end. Too bad you couldn't find him. He usually skips out of work and comes here to gossip and have coffee. And you know, speaking of gossip, I've heard some weird rumors from my customers lately. Recently, there's been talk of some strange old man running around saying mystery, kidnapping people. A kidnapper? Chancla Tower. Who is this old man? I heard all these secondhand, so you got me there. You need to find a better source for village gossip. You may want to try your luck at the cafe. Usually you'll hear rumors straight from the source there. It's almost sunset now, so the cafe should be open for dinner. A mysterious old man kidnapping village folk? Now that's a rumor. The missing servant comes in mystery for clues of Ramon's appearance. You know, I didn't see if there were more puzzles in the other sites. Oh, well, those are the 3 puzzles that I didn't find, and they are now in the Granny Riddleton's shack. I forgot that that was the main objective, this guy, so I didn't mean to just continue with the story. Angry Mexican moms. Professor, it's getting dark out. I'm afraid that's my cue to start closing up shop. Come by tomorrow if you get hungry. Come on. Oh, little cutscene. Look, let's take a moment to sum up our findings. We have a strange roaring tower, disappearing villagers, and an odd, elderly kidnapper. It's all so bizarre, I can't make any sense of it at all, Professor. I think we finally got some clues on our hands, my boy. Observing the nightlife in this village might tell us more about what we need to know. Good idea, Professor. My aunt in that tower. Oh yeah, let me tell the story. So, you know that we visited an aunt? Well, it's my father's aunt. And we were with her in these vacations, right? So he has a son-in-law, and they like to playfully, just like argue with each other. They playfully do, right? And they know that they're playing. So there, I was in there, and they were like doing that. They were just joking to each other, and then this aunt, she says, "Wait, oh there you go." Arc. I'm stuck in the arc.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I'm stuck in there. I cannot continue yet. I have to wait. Black gone again. Oh yeah, that's true. Thank you so much, Ganon, for the 96 months of support tier 3. You can choose one of the games to add 3,000 points in the bid war. I appreciate that a lot. Oh yeah, so going back to the story. So they were arguing with each other, and the aunt says, like, you better stop, or like, I don't remember the exact words. You better stop or I'll grab my chancla. She said that. And the son-in-law was like, okay, I'll stop. So that's why. Night falls, it's turned dark, and Ramon still hasn't returned. Continue the investigation to find clues. I was laughing. Oh, you also were laughing? Yeah, let's save the progress. Okay, do you have a puzzle now? I'm sorry, young lady, could you help us? We're looking for someone, you see, and... Sorry, can't help you. And by can't, I mean don't want to. I've barely even talking to Ramon, and I'm so not interested in this search. A pirate? But maybe if you help me solve this puzzle, I just might, you know, remember something. Enemies of the pirates. And just who do you think you are, young lady? Alright, let's see puzzles. Puzzled aliens. So that's how the aliens look. From high in the sky, a pair of aliens observes humans using a bizarre object. Perplexed, one alien turns to the other and says, "How strange, the Earthling is opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line to show the other Earthlings where the hole is. I've never seen anything like it. What could these extraterrestrial visitors be talking about?" Wait. This guy has a sheet of paper. And it opens... Huh? So, a person has a sheet of paper, and it just makes a hole in it, and marks it, I suppose, like in a circle. It says line. Oh no, maybe line like pointing to it like this. What? It's a celebrity now. Yeah, that's true. Streamlabs. Are you with your dad? Probably, I don't know. Okay, so... Let me think about this again. The Periphelins observes humans using a bizarre objects. Is that important information? One alien student says, "The Earthling is opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line to show the other Earthlings where the hole is." You actually get it or don't get it. So we have a paper. This guy just makes a hole in the paper and then marks it with a line. So this is what I'm thinking. You know, let's suppose this is the paper, remove the question mark, and then they make a hole into it, and then it says, marking it with a line to show the airlines where the hole is. Does it mean like an exclamation point? Real question mark, exclamation point. But why will someone put an exclamation point on a paper? And also, when they say opening a hole, is that maybe from their perspective, or is he actually making the hole in the sheet of paper? Huh? But I cannot put... Maybe an eye? That's not an eye. What the? How do they make an eye? It has to be a letter, no? Or wait. Do I have to write X oh, oops. Exclamation, no. I don't think we can put the whole word exclamation. What, how do you think that was an R? What? How is a point an R? Now it's an S. Now it's an L. Now it's a G. What? Now it's a K. The only thing I can think is a letter. So an I? Or wait. Or maybe circle line. Wait. Well, why will somebody write a Q in a paper? Do I even have to also think about the logic of what the person was doing? I kind of want to go with it, but I don't think it's gonna be right.
There we go.
Yeah, no.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
Most people don't use this subject often, but almost everyone has used this tool in a school at one point or another. Wait, let me read that again. Let me read that again. It's nothing. Maybe so it doesn't. Wait. So they were not speaking about the drawing itself, but what were they? What was he using on the paper? So I thought they were talking about the drawing itself, or like. I mean, it's scissors, I suppose, but like first you enter with a line and then you do the hole, I guess? But how do I... Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh wait, I can just... See... Is that how you spell scissors? I don't even know how you... how do you spell scissors? Yeah, like that. So you actually have to put the... Wait, did I... You have to put the whole word.
There we go.
Is it though? It's not.
Oh,
Scissor...
how embarrassing. Oh wait, I know which... I know... In Spanish it's called compás. I don't think it's the same word in English though. Compás... How do you... No, it's not. Compass, compass... Is compass the actual, like, you know, the one that you put... It has a little spike, you put it in there and then you do the circle? Yeah, I thought compass was the thing that you used to like, to know where you are. Is it the same word? It is also a compass. Okay. Yeah, we call it compass in Spanish. It's the same, okay. Compass. Did I spell it correctly? I forgot. There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
So in Spanish it's just compass. The thing is that the other type of compass, the one that you've used to know where you are, in Spanish we call it brújula. 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 Yeah, compass. It's the same translation, compass. Okay, well, there you go. That one. For two different things, I know, right? Circle, is that how you call it in German? When you think about it, the alien's description of a compass is pretty much spot on. Interesting how widely the perception of a single object can vary, isn't it? Yeah, English is difficult. You know, I've heard that if you aren't careful walking around Saint Mystery at night, you can run into trouble. I bet Ramon wasn't being careful. What exactly do you mean? Like with a line? Yeah, the thing is that that's what I thought, like a line at the beginning. I thought, okay, a circle, you know, like pointing something like here. You know, I have this here, but then it said line, and I was like, okay, line may be different than circle, but no, at the end it was actually a circle. So I was kind of like in the right track, kinda. Okay, can we enter here? No. Oh, coin. Coin. Oh, is there a puzzle in there? I found a hidden puzzle. Passer. 111 mystery item. One of the four shapes below has one less match than the rest of them. While studying these four small shapes, your friend approaches you with a riddle. I'm thinking of something that isn't necessary for human life. It appears in just about every house you have ever visited, and decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. What I'm thinking of. Move one match in the picture to form your answer to your friend's puzzle. What? Something necessary for human life is in just about every house you've ever visited. Decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. Throw back to that dog puzzle, yeah. Passer is the name. So we have compass, circle, passer, and compass. Okay. Something necessary for human life. Air, water, food. It's in every house you've ever visited. Oh, the circle makes any sense. That's actually true. Decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. It says the longer it is around. What makes me think in here is that it doesn't consume it, like it consumes itself. Decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around, like just by being in there, it decreases, not by me going and taking it and consuming it. I cannot even think about what to move. I mean, it looks like a pencil. I don't think it's necessary for human life to use a pencil. It can be everywhere, and the more you use it, the longer it decreases. But it kind of really looks like a pencil. Maybe it's not though. And I can only move one thing. What? I cannot even think about anything. So what things are necessary for human life? I said water, air, food. Hmm. I don't know. What else do you need? I will say tacos, but I think that will be the answer. Well, how do I even manage to drop that in here? Yeah, exactly. What the result is supposed to be. I'm trying to see what, like by moving it, what can I even see? Can I rotate? Oh, but if I rotate, it also counts as... Huh? Can I move more to the side? Does this look like anything? About every house you've ever visited. Decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. Yeah, what's up, Brett goes? You don't remember the answer to this one. Oh no. I cannot even understand it. I'm just moving everything around to see if I can find... What about a cannon? Like a bazooka? This looks like a bazooka, like a rocket missile. I don't think that's necessary for human life though. Move one match in the picture to form your answer to your friend's puzzle. I don't have bazookas in my house. I have tacos. A birthday cake with a triangle scythe. You were not agreeing with this solution. Oh god. We probably have to think out of the box in here. Necessary for human life. Let me brainstorm again. Water, air. What else did I say? Food, clothing, power. You can release it than I thought. Yeah, one of the dogs is... The dog puzzle is one of the first puzzles. If I look at it with my eyes almost closed, can I see something? How can one move make a different thing? Toilet paper? True, but how do I make a toilet paper? Also, are we looking at it from above, from the side? That's also another problem. How are we looking at this? Like if I do this... What is it? Okay, if I put my imagination to work in here, what if this is like kind of like a window and this is the sunlight? These three shapes in here is like a sunlight coming from the sun. And it decreases the longer it is around because it's becoming nighttime. The description of the thing is not very good. Accidentally. Okay, does it look like sunrise? Oh. But what about the squares? You see even a window? What if I just put this in here? Will that make any difference? Should I get a hint? Oh, but I think the hints are very not good at the beginning. I want to take a hint. The item you're after is necessary for human life, is found in most homes and disappears gradually over time. You have to answer with the matches provided, but don't worry about arranging them into pictures. The idea you're after. What is this hint? It's literally the same thing from above. This is why I don't like hints in this game. Crazy. A crucial line in this hint, the different thing is that it says almost in every house. It didn't say all houses as I was thinking. The item you're after is necessary for human life, is found in most homes and disappears gradually over time. Little by little it goes away. Those are the different words that we got. It says it disappears gradually over time. This makes me think that as I was saying before, it disappears by itself without me going to consume it, right? So something that is necessary for human life, it's almost in every house, and it gradually goes away. Life itself. How do I... how do I picture life with matches? The other thing that I was thinking is a candle, but... Can I spell taco? I don't think I can with only one move. I can only move one thing. How? I don't understand. A very triangular O. Because yeah, we can do like technically a T here. Toko. They are gone. Yeah, that's not gradually, that just disappears immediately. I kind of want to get another hint, but at the same time, is it gonna be that bad? Let's get it. The last of the four shapes seems to be missing a match. Someone must have made off with it to light the stove and get dinner ready. Say, are you getting hungry at all? I'm hungry. Is it supposed to be food? The last of the four shapes seems to be missing a match. Now, I do not understand if the second part is part of the hint or it's just to mislead you. Someone must have made off with it to light the stove and get dinner ready. Does it have to do with the hint itself or just something extra? So we're looking at By last, it means a triangle, right? Things again, I do not even know what am I supposed to be looking at. Is that a pencil? Looks like a pencil. That's the only thing that I can think of. But now, which one do you want me to use? You remember the answer now? I want to get the last hint. I will. Have you ever heard the expression 3 square meals a day? Judging by the matches there, someone was trying to make a fourth, but got full before finishing the task. By the way, have you noticed how much that final cluster of matches looks like an uppercase D? I understand. I see the answer. You know, I kinda was close, because I was putting it in here, I was putting it in here, but I was trying to picture like an actual item, but it's a word. It's food. Well, it's not P because the matching here is gone. I made a bazooka. It's food.
I think I've got it. I did it! Yes!
That's right, the answer is food. Make sure you visit the grocery store before you run out of snacks. Have you gotten your snacks? You were confusing how to make the F though? Yeah, it's gotta take away the side of the P or the O. I wish all puzzles were this easy. What do you mean, look? No snacks allowed. Luke is just showing off. This guy's again in here. You need snacks? Me too. Excuse me, so sorry to bother you again. Have you seen Ramon since we spoke last? Come, Luke, let's go. This guy doesn't want to speak with us. What was that? That filthy jar reminds me of a puzzle I once heard. Bottle full of germs? Oh no. A glass jar holds a single germ. After 1 minute, the germ splits into 2 germs. 1 minute after that, the 2 germs each split again, forming a total of 4 germs. Continuing at this rate, a single germ can multiply to fill the whole jar in exactly 1 hour. Knowing this, how long in minutes will it take to fill the jar if you had started with 2 germs? And we just walk away. Okay, so the information we have is that if we start with 1, the jar fills in 1 hour. But if we start with 2, You know, I know there's an easy way of making this with probably a math solving problem. This is cool. There's a bunch of games of this one actually. Like for example, oh, I don't have it in here. There's like 7 different games or something like that. This is just one of them. The Bowser emote. There is one in the Switch actually. I think it's the daughter of this guy though. Let me Google it. Layton Switch. Oh yeah, and they also announced one that is gonna come up soon. They actually just said there was gonna be one coming up soon. Layton's Mystery Journey. That is the one from the Switch, and there's gonna be another one called The Worlds of Steam that it's gonna be released at some point. You recently bought the second and third games. Which ones are those? You mean the DS ones, right? Is it the box, diabolical box, and I don't remember the other one. You know what you're playing next. You know this one. Okay, let me think. I feel like the way that the game wants to mislead you in here is thinking, okay, so if you start with 2, just half an hour, right? But no. On one feature. Wait. Isn't there another one? Oh, it's because it's called Lost Future. Wait, the one that I'm thinking is Last Spectre. So there is 4 DS games. Wait. I thought there were only 3. Okay, let me think. So we start with 1, in a minute there's 2, in 3 minutes is 8, 4. I can just go like that, but I think there has to be an easier way to do this. Ah, okay, Last Spectre is... Okay, yeah. I have been trying to find that game, but it's super expensive. I have the other 3. Mm. 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 in 5 minutes. This is not gonna work. What game? Professor Layton, in the Last Spectre. No, the other 3 are not expensive. I bought this one for about $15, and it was like full box with all manuals and everything. Diabolical box, also same thing, about $15, same condition. Yeah, that game is out of print, that's probably why. But Last Spectre, I have seen it for like $40 or more. Okay, so how can I mathematically do this so I don't have to count minute by minute? Exponentially? It's in the exponential. Wait. I don't know. So, we have 1. And it multiplies times 2. And then times 2. And then times 2. 60 times. That's gonna be a very large number. Yeah, I don't think we have to find the end number. We need more screen. Let's buy some modern hard drives. Twitch out to renew subs? Such annoyance. Actually, can you put not auto renew? I think you can, no? Exabytes. You think you know the answer? In 60 minutes, it will fill it from 1. But from 2, it cannot be just half an hour. I think that's what the game wants you to think, no? Are we supposed to use a calculator in here? I don't think so, right? Do I know how? I can search for it. Subscriptions. It's less than 69 hours. Yeah, I still nothing. Still no hints. The code awards. I may be just overthinking this. Okay. I don't know. Okay, does this even make sense? Wait, no, but how do I even do this? How do I put it into a mathematical explanation? Alright, sounds good, Ganon. Enjoy the lurk. Yeah, the gems are holding hands. Well, what's gonna happen when all of them are all of them gonna be holding hands? Like Nahida says, everyone hold hands. All of them. Okay, how can I put this in a mathematical explanation? So 1 times 2 Wait, is this even correct? 60 equals x. I don't even think this is correct. So, if I start with 2, y amount of minutes. I do not even know how to find a number in here. How do you say in English despejar? Is this even the correct mathematical expression? Isolate, that's the word, yeah. I do not know how to isolate a number, an exponential number even. So square root. So okay, first of all, is this even the correct expression? Insane. You know, I don't think it's this complicated. It should not be this complicated. We're talking about like a kid's game, right? We should probably not go like that far. Let's make it simpler. Let's make it simpler. Let's think about this game being for kids. Let's think as a kid. My IQ skin. Oh god. It really cannot be just half the time, right? I think that's what the game wants you to think. I think that's what the game wants you to like go with. We're not doing math, right? I don't think my dad would even do math in here. Skill to life. Like what my dad do, he wouldn't do anything. He will call for help. Like in one of those contests in the TV. That you have a chance to talk to someone, to one person. You know, we should do that in here. We should call Omar. I had the right idea with the questions you were drawing. Were they okay? Were they correct? Is he gonna call me? Oh god, I hope not. Not the number of germs. Yeah. What I'm trying to do is this. Oh, no, times. In 60 minutes, it's equal to in y minutes or x minutes, whatever. But the thing is that I do not know if the expression itself is correct. The 1 times 2 and the 2 times 2. That's what I'm not sure. Will Mar know the answer? Probably not. He's a physics teacher. Does physics have mathematics? You wanna play more Layton yourself? What the root actually means. Could Omar solve this? Physics has way too much math. Yeah, probably he can do it then. Calls him if he knows. No, I think that he will just Google the answer. He will just be like, I don't care, dude. Here's the answer. You get it? Yeah, physics was my least favorite subject also. Smart and lazy, I mean, if he's not getting paid, probably. My least favorite subject. I'm okay with accounting, and that has maths. I mean, but it's simple maths. It's just subtraction and addition, some multiplication. One times two 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 times two, 60 times. Canada. Ah, my brain hurts. $60 for one germ to fill the jar. I kind of want to do something, because if I do this, that's only one, no? Because it's 1 times 1 times 1 times, it just keeps going 1 and 1, right? But if I do this, they should use this game on the schools. I think that will make it more fun, yeah. You don't know this grounded, and that's the way that they say, I also do not know, but I don't want to admit it. Square and root and mean. That is, I don't remember, 2 to the square is 4, and 2 to the third, that's what I remember. Is it 2 times 2 times 2? Like, I want to use the calculator just to verify that. Can I? Just to know if that's how it works. So okay, we have a 2, yeah, complex calculator. Yeah. So this is correct. This is correct. But if we do this just stays as 1. Just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I have a I have a possibility in here. If I do this and then this to the 59, supposing that we 1 minute already passed, so we just need 59 extra minutes. No?
Conquista el papel de chisme y te traje más
Mm-hmm. I can ask my mom. My mom doesn't know maths, unfortunately. So I think this is what I should be doing. Now how do I even... How do I even isolate that X? I don't know how to isolate this. Do I need to isolate the X anymore? Well, not, because this equals this. Wait. So does it only need 1 less minute? Does it only need 1 less minute? Wait, is that actually the answer?
Well, here's my guess. Professor, I've solved it.
Interesting. Okay, fair enough. That was simpler than I was making it. He was screaming internally. Yeah, I guess I did go with the misleading concept that since you start with double, it's gonna take way less. So I actually was thinking about between 20 to 30 minutes. But it's only 1 less minute. Anyways, you're spot on, excellent job. This year is actually kind of neat. Why don't we take it with us? Okay, it took me a while, but I found the answer with no help, technically. Will you count it as no help? And using math, yeah. The first is split into 2 years. Yeah, I guess so, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I can see where I went wrong with the way of thinking. Instead of skipping the first minute, the first split, I was adding a last one. So I was thinking like one last minute was going to multiply everything times 2 more. I don't know. I don't know, that makes sense. This jar is actually kind of neat. Why don't we take it with us? But my boy is covered in grime. What is this? Something's hidden inside the jar. I think you are right. Look, reach a hand in and see what's inside, will you? You're gonna get your hand covered in germs. Anyways. So I guess we cannot enter. Yeah, they're like simple but difficult. That is true. Oh goodness, whatever shall I do? What seems to be the trouble, sir? Let's see here. Strong, young, and you look like you have a good back. Oh, thank heavens you came along. I beg your pardon? I've searched everywhere and I just can't find a thing. I suppose I must have dropped it when I was out strolling by the park this afternoon. I'm gonna search for it myself, but it's gotten dark out. It is awfully scary out there. Nothing of the sort. It's just that, well, I'm not spring chicken anymore and my eyes aren't as sharp as they used to be. 30 minutes to get there. Yeah, I guess that's true. So how about it, Sonny? Will you help out an old man and go search in front of the park for me? What? Well, we're in the middle of our investigation right now. Now look, no need to be rude. After all, the park is but a small ways away. And who knows, we might actually find some new information to aid our case there. Besides, helping those in need is the duty of any gentleman. Splendid. I'll wait right here for you to come back. I'm counting on you. One more detail, please, sir. What exactly did you drop? Drop? Oh my, now that was it. Well, was it? Oh, that's right. It was my watch. Actually, my best wristwatch. Bring it back for me, Sonny. So I guess I cannot enter to the tower because of that. Oh yeah. I skipped 3 puzzles. Let's do them. Of dust and dustpan. As you can see, what we've got here is some trash and a dustpan made of matchsticks. Can you move 2 matchsticks to change the picture so the dustpan is holding the trash? Well, I guess I can. Can I spin? More matches. Can I spin? Because I don't think this is gonna count though. Because now it looks like gold like that. So I have to move 2 matchsticks to change the picture of the dustpan holding the trash. The other thing that I could do, I do not know if this is gonna count. Also, if I... No, never mind. That doesn't look like it's the answer either. A dustpan. Is that gonna count? It's a little bit to the side. Let me see if I can make it more middle. Will that count?
That should do it.
Yes, it counts.
Every puzzle has an answer.
You know, after that dog one, every time that I see a match one, I feel like it's gonna be very finicky, very like precise. But I guess that was okay. That's correct. Do your part to keep Sad Mystery clean. Matcha Master. Let's go. 24. Milk pitchers. On the counter we have a 10-quart pitcher full of milk, an empty 7-quart pitcher, and an empty 3-quart pitcher. The pitchers are unmarked and your task is to divide the 10 quarts of milk so that both the 10-quart pitcher and the 7-quart pitcher are each holding exactly 5 quarts. Okay. We already did this kinda, but with different numbers. So if I pass the 10 to 7 and then the 7 to 3, we're gonna have 3, 4, 3. And then if I pass the 3 to the 3, we're gonna have 6, 4, 0. Okay, instead of thinking I'm gonna do the moves, probably I'm gonna do it wrong at the beginning, but... Mm, 6 to 4, that's gonna make it 7, it stays 3. Oops. That's not what I want to do. And now we're back to 3, 4, 3. You're proud of me solving the germ duplication one, thank you. And welcome back from the chores. Okay, if I put this here, let's go back to this point where I messed up. You know, but if I do this, I'm gonna go back to 3, wait, 3, 7, 3, 7, 0, and we're back to 3, 4, 3, yeah, okay, now let's start. I will bans you. Oh no, I hope I'm not banned from my bank account. Need to hire a math tutor for this? Maybe Omar can help you. Okay, so if I do this, then this, we're gonna go back to 3, 4, 3. In this case, I guess it would be different if I go 4, 3, 3. No? Four, 6. One, 7, 2. or 460. Alright, this is different. 802. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Because if we do this, and then we pass it here, that's 5. There we go.
I think I've got it. Professor, I've solved it.
I've solved it. Well done. If you keep at it long enough, you'll eventually come across a solution. The shortest possible solution requires 9 moves. How many did I do? I didn't pay attention. 10 fields, Batman. Stamp Stomper. Your friend just got back from the post office where she purchased a sheet of stamps with values ranging from 10 cents to $1. First, your friend cut off the $1 stamp and set it aside. Then she divided remaining stamps into 7 unequally shaped bunches, each with a total value of $1. Can you divide the sheet of stamps the same way your friend did? Seven. Okay. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I just try before? Because I'm just... Wait, do I have to do the... Oh no, just that. Okay. Uh, 30, 60... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I don't know if I have to... Let me count. 1, 3, 4, 10. 2, 7, 10. 10, 9, 10. 2, 9, 10. 1, 10. 3, 5, 6, 9, 10. 2, 6, 7, 10. There's 2 solutions. Do you find another one?
Luke, here's my answer.
It was 7, right? What?
Ah,
That's what I didn't
I
count.
suppose I thought wrong.
They have to be different shapes? Wait, did it say? Maybe it did say in the description and I just skipped that part of the text. Uniquely shaped bunches. Yeah, just ignore that. I just ignored that.
You didn't think about that either. Yeah, I just ignored that. I just made 7 bunches, but not uniquely shaped. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I have a problem here because I was gonna do these, but then I was also gonna do. Oh wait, no. That. That's different, right? One is 4, one is 3. Oh, but we have this and these. The vertical one and that one. Like this one and this one. It's gonna be the same shape. Hey, what's up, Layton? This is one of your favorite games? It's a good game. It makes you think a lot. I'm enjoying it. Little slow paced game for a stream, that's true also. We're just waiting here. The other thing that I can do here is... Wait, no, I cannot do that. I was gonna say these, but then I cannot make 100 in here. So... Okay, I have a different one here. That's 3 different shapes. 5, 7, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can make that. Make that. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there any similar shape? We have a square, we have like an S. We have like a T, we have a 2 shape, we have the little L, the big L, and the 3 side. I think that should be right.
That should do it.
There we go.
Another puzzle solved.
You can see in Discord, Rose. You're gonna sell your old games and buy others? No, don't sell these games. These are collectibles. No, it's your choice though. Do you have what is the name of that we said? Last Spectre? Well done. There are several ways to divide all the stamps into $1 groups, but this is the only way where the groups all form different shapes. There we go. There's only one solution. Sell them to me if you have if you have Last Spectre, sell that to me. I don't have it and it's kind of expensive. Anyways, let's go out of here. Let's keep searching for puzzles. Let's go down here. Hello there, boys. Turning on for the night, in for the night already? No, not yet. I'm afraid we're still out serving the town. By the way, have you seen Ramon around lately? Ramon? London life.
That skinny man with the big purple lips? No, he hasn't come by today. Well, you know, for all his fancy clothing, I hear he's actually quite a layabout. He's probably off idling at the cafe. Why not go check for him there? I see. If that's the case, I'd like to go to the cafe right away. Do you mind keeping the front door open a little longer? Oh, don't you worry, Professor. Another guest arrived to stay the night, and I'm setting up his room. Besides, my door is always open for a dashing gentleman such as yourself. This lady. Oh, coins. I'm trying to find more coins or entrances. Doesn't seem to be anything else anymore. Asking price. Yeah, now I understand. I do not know the actual price, but I know it's expensive. There's no way we can show our faces in the matter until we find some sort of clue. We must continue to investigate. I couldn't agree more, Professor. It's only 35? Wait, really? Is it? I thought it was more expensive. Or maybe because I'm trying to search for it like full with the box and everything. Maybe if I just buy the cartridge. Yeah, it's gonna be better. Cheaper. 1 peso. Gerard lost something again. I think he's getting kind of slow. He's always dropping his stuff. So what did he drop this time? 23? Wait, that's not that expensive as I thought then. That guy's still me. So what did he drop this time? Let me guess. Was it a wristwatch? The sensitized amount of money for you? Yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Indeed, he did drop a wristwatch. Did you pick it up around here? Yup. Well, actually no, because Beatrice was actually the one to find it. Thing is, it was already late when she found it, so she decided to hold on to it until morning. Go to the inn, and you can probably ask her for it. So there you go. Now that I've got your attention, could you give me a hand and solve this here puzzle? Dark places give me the willies, but I wanted to solve this puzzle so bad. I came out here for help. Why do you come out here for help? How many Game Boy Advance games do you have? I'm gonna say 169. Is there even that many games? The puzzle is all about stars, see? Maybe you can make sense of the thing. Of course, I'd be happy to help you with it. The biggest star. The superstar. Legend has it that people used to stare up at the heavens and find images of animals or important events in the constellations. 831? Is that how many you have, or is that how many there is? Or both answers? I don't know how. He's well as kind of the stars. Looking up at the star-filled sky here, try to connect the 5 largest objects in a space to form the largest 5-pointed star possible. Connect stars by drawing a line between them. Make sure that your line doesn't pass through another star along the way. So, let me read that again. Try to connect the 5 largest objects. Wait, so so for example, this one. Oh, oops! I wanted to circle it. This one, this one, this one, this one, and the most expensive ones. What do you want to play? Do you mean the Last Spectre? I still have a lot of games in the list of games, so it's gonna still be a while. Still a while. I do not have a time for that. But yeah.
I think that what can be a little bit misleading in here is there's no star in here, but that's touching two stars anyways. Yeah, I think that what can be a little bit misleading is that says the 5 largest objects in space. But how do we know if these are the largest? Maybe they're just like more far away, you know? You know what I mean? If I do this, it passes through that. We also have to go through... I mean, I can kind of see a star shape. But again, this just goes through a lot of them. Does that count as going through this one? It seems that it's touching it, yeah. Five pointed star. 5 largest objects in space, and it cannot pass through any other. Oops. Yeah, let's pass through that. That looks like a piñata. If I connect this to that, that touches that. Is that touching this one? Pyramids. Well, it just says the largest possible. It doesn't have to be large like the entire screen. Maybe the largest possible one is just gonna be something like this size. I mean, I'm not even making a star. Yeah, I'm also confused by that. The 5 largest objects in the space. Wait. Now how do I... Is that a start? Wait. Should be like here. Okay. That's what I was trying to see, if there was something else, because it says objects, not stars. But isn't that a tree? Is that a tree in a space? Or does it mean in a space like the space, the square? Like this is square, like this is the space, no? Because yeah, I was, when it says objects in a space, I knew there had to be something else, but... So the space, it means the square. Ah, by nature of being on Earth. Okay. That makes more sense.
Luke, here's my answer.
A tree is bigger than a star.
Every puzzle puzzle has an answer.
I guess it's larger by the size that you look at it. It's larger because it says closest to you, I guess. To the Earth. Oh, let's see what the answer says. You're right, you need to connect the 4 stars to the Earth in order to form a star. Like the one shown here. It looks like people are still finding inspiration in the stars. So it counts the entire Earth. And the top of that tree is the connection. Makes sense. Hey, thanks a bunch. I can finally go home and catch a few winks. Oh yeah, now I remember. Beatrice from the inn was the one to find Gerard's watch. Don't forget to ask her about it. Okay? Okay, see you tomorrow. Jan. Come look, let's go. Stuffed bird to look. But you're still in here. You said you were gonna go to sleep. Uh-oh, I think I might have forgotten how to go to get home. Oh, it's pitch black out here and I don't know how to get home. I better just stay here. What? Okay. It's clicking everything. Oh, I don't even know where did I find that coin. I'm just clicking everywhere. How am I liking the story so far? It's funny. Oh. It's interesting. I guess we have been paying more attention to the puzzles than the story. Well, yeah. That clock tower is rather worse for the wearer. Speaking of clocks, I've just got the puzzle for you. Admittedly, it concerns a more modern type of clock, but never mind that minor detail. Puzzle number 5. 50 picrats. Imagine a digital clock like the one shown below. How many times will the clock display 3 or more of the same number in a row over the course of one day? In case you were wondering, the clock in this puzzle displays time on a 12-hour scale, not on military time. So just to 12, not 13s. Although, wait. So that means that it's not gonna reach 12. 11:59 goes to 0. Right? In that case, we're gonna have, wait, 3 or more. Okay, 3 or more, yeah. So that means that at 12, it's gonna be 4 zeros, right? At 12-1, it's gonna be 3 zeros. 12-2 up to 12-9, it's gonna be 3 zeros in a row. Okay. So that means that there's 10, 20, because we're counting both midday and midnight. So like, let me see, can I draw? Yeah, I can draw. So 0, 0, 0, 0, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, up to 0, 0, oh, I cannot draw more there. 0, 0, 0, 9, right? So that should be 10 times 2, 20. Now, at 111 times 2, because also at 1:11 a.m. And then at 2:22 times 2, we have 14 so far. 333 times 2, 16. 444 times 2, 18. 555 times 2, 20.
Wait, military is the... Oh, so we're... Wait. No, is a military the one that goes to 24? Wait, 73 is one spot. I see, I see. I mean, we can speak about it, yeah. 24 is military, right? Yeah. And in this one it says that it's only 12 hours, so it's the opposite. It goes to 11:59 and then it goes to 0. No? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so far we have 20, because it's the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives, and the zeros from 0 to 009. So we have 20 so far, but now we have the 11s. No, we also have the 10. 10 should be 10. So that should be 21. And then the 11s has to be from 11:10 to 11:19. So that's 10 more, so 31. Am I missing any? You gonna throw me a DM on Twitch? Sure. I think I have to first whisper you. Wait, let me do that. Because I have blocked until I start sending first. There we go. Okay, so 31. Only 111 counts because 112 is only 2 numbers. To 119, in the 2s also only 222 counts. In the 3s only 332 counts. In the 4s only 444 counts. In the 5 only 555 counts. And then there's no 6, 7, 8, 9s, right? 10, only 10 o'clock counts. 11, from 11:10 to 11:19. Oh wait, but I didn't multiply then. It should be 41. Because 11:10 to 11:19, that's 10. But times 2 because we're 24 hours. Or let's actually make it simple. Let's just count it first and then we multiply it times 2. From 0 hours to 09, that's 10. 111, 222, 233, 444, 555, that's 15. 10, 16. 16, and then the 10 from 11:10 to 11:19. 26 times 2, 52. I do not know if I missed one, but let's see.
Well, here's my guess.
No, wait.
Oh, I was sure I had it.
Are you sure you haven't forgotten a few possible combinations? Don't forget that you need to double your total account for both AM and PM. Yeah, I did that. So I did miss one. Wait. 0 to 009. It says in a row, right? So it's gonna be 0010.
because that's not in a row anymore. I'm still counting 26. (26 times 2, 52, right? Yo, Dayton. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, Dayton. I appreciate that a lot. I hope you keep hearing these emails. You can choose a game in the bid war to add the 500 points. Which number am I missing? I'm trying to think about which number am I missing? Zeros, ones. (11:10 to 11:19). Twos, there's no 22 hours. There is 2:22. 3, there is not 33 hours, but it's 3:33. 4, 5:55. There's no 6:66 or 7:77. Your first actual description that's happening live. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Twitch Prime. I'm overthinking it way too much. You're poor. Yeah, I understand. Twitch Prime is good for that. It gives you that free subscription. But I understand. I'm also only sub to one person. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime though. Zeros. I cannot think about any that I'm missing. So I'm definitely overthinking this. Okay, let me read that. Maybe it's just a text thing. Digital clock like the one shown below. How many times will the clock display 3 or more of the same number in a row? Okay, there is two different things in here. When it says 3 or more of the same number in a row, does it mean 333, 444, like that? Like in a row, like that? Or in a row, it means like, for example, wait, no, oh, never mind. 3 or more of the same number. It has to be 3 or more of the same number. Oh yeah, that's true, Layton. They were your subscriptions. Yeah, I was also sub to them. I have been participating in some of Jaywood's events, or events Jaywoods has been organizing or helping organizing some events, and he still invites me. I sometimes join. So yeah, they're still around. Maybe not streaming much, but still in the Twitch world, kinda helping and stuff. How am I overthinking this way too much? How many times will the clock display 3 or more? Yeah, probably yes. I think so, yeah. They did rate me, they did hosted me back in time. They did send me some viewers, so that's probably how you found me, yeah. So how are you thinking this very simple? I'm trying to simplify it, as you say. It's mine, thank you, thank you. Maybe you're thinking too simple. Now, wait, not the hints, but it did tell me when I missed it. It said, "Are you sure you're not missing? Are you and multiply times 2?" I feel like you didn't know if I counted correctly. I feel like what I'm doing is correct, but yeah, I'm missing one. I'm missing some. 0, 0, 0, 0. Wait. Wait, no. Yeah, I think I understand. Yeah, you know, the normal clock goes up to 12:59, and then it goes back to 0. I mean, not to 0, to 1. But you do have the 12:59. So, the 0, 0, 0, that is only midnight. And that it counts to 10. Right? That's only 10. And then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 11s, which are 10. The 10, which is 1. So we have 16. But that multiplies times 2. And then in the 12-hour mark, the only one that can count is 22. So it should be 43. Should be 43. No? Oh yeah, the bidware is like... did we put the comments? Oh no, we didn't put the comment. Basically, you can choose one of these 3 games that's in there. Just tell me which one and we're gonna add the points. Whatever game wins, I'm gonna be playing it casually. Like this one, for example, this game won, that's why we're playing it. So just tell me in the chat which of those 3 games would you like me to play on a stream, and I'm gonna add the points manually there. What the crack is this, Matt? So again, midnight from 0 to 0:09, that's 10. That's just 10. And then the 111, the 222, the 333, 444, etc, etc, etc. That's 5. But those are multiplies times 2.
So 10 plus 10. And then we have the 10 that multiplies times 2 also. So it should be 22 so far. And then the 1110 to 1119, which is 10 numbers times 2. That's 22, that's 42. And then the only number that we have left is 1222. So it should be 43. Let's see.
How does this sound?
No? Am I still missing
I let
one?
you down, Professor.
You sure you haven't forgotten a few possible combinations? Don't forget that you need to double your total to count for both AM and PM. Wait. Wait. So midnight, it also says 12:59. So the zeros do not exist. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, in the clock that I use... Actually, you know what? In my phone it says 12:59. I think the zeros do not count. So then we have the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s. The 10, the 16, the 11s. 26. No. 6, the 11s, 16, and the 12, 17, so it should be 34. So I'm gonna put the numbers here. 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. And then from here we go to 10. And then we go to 11:10 to 11:19, and then I cannot write the last one. 12:22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 10, the 11s, 17 times 2, 34.
How does this sound?
There we go.
Professor, I've solved it.
Yeah, basically, I guess we were not wrong about how to do it. We were wrong about counting the zeros when the zeros do not count. It's the 12:22. Exactly, because it goes to 12:59, not 0 after 11:59. Black Friday sales. Very good. A series of 3 or more of the same digit appears 34 times over the course of 24 hours. See the chart above for details. It's easy enough to spot times like 1, 11, 2, 22, but many people forget about combinations like 10 or 11, 12. I did not forget those. But yeah, as I was telling you, the problem was that we were counting 0000 to 0009, when those are the ones that do not count, that do not exist in these clocks. Anyways, we were correct in the way of doing it. We were incorrect in knowing how this clock works, I guess. Jairo, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Also, wait, what hour is it? Omar said that he was gonna arrive at 6. Oh god, it's 6 p.m. Precisely the answer I was looking for. Look, well done, my boy. We're almost done with this Gizmo thing. This is Curious Village, yeah. This is... Here is it. Curious Village. This is what I'm playing right now. You did this before? That's what you were saying about when you were talking about military time. Oh, I understand your message now, yeah. Let me go back. Yeah, military is the one that has zeros for midnight. Yeah, I understand what you meant now. Anyways, we're gonna have to leave it in here, unfortunately. I'm gonna have some visits in about 0 minutes. So, thank you for joining. I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, have a good night. See you next time.